Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the Altcoin show, coming at you daily, 6 days a week. And I want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about, has altcoin season already begun? How can we spot this? What are the things to look for? And is this going to be the altcoin season to melt faces? What kind of altcoin season am I anticipating here? We're going to look at some of these things because I do have now getting asked this question a lot. Has altcoin season already started? I did talk about on previous videos, certainly just recently, some of the things to look for an alt season. And certainly we're going to look at some of those metrics and indicators again and talk about maybe it's already starting to take off and how long will it last? When will altcoin season finish? These are great questions. We're going to answer these in just a moment. Before we do that, of course, as always, smash the like button. You knew I was going to say that if you're a regular watcher. This helps get this channel out to more people and does help support the channel. I do really appreciate all the kind words that people do leave and take the time to put in the comments below, as well as all the questions get asked there. I do look to get back to those as soon as I am able to. Don't forget about the cheat sheet, especially if you're new to this channel. I have a cheat sheet. It's my crypto roadmap for success. It's linked in the description below, the top link, as well as the Stocks with Josh Discord. If you would love to join the most amazing Discord and community on the planet, I'm in there daily in the Discord. There are plans below that you can sign up for. There are 2 plans below that you can sign up for in the links to this description, as well as it's located in the cheat sheet as well for your convenience. All right, let's talk about altcoin season. Is it starting to happen? Here we go. Altcoin season loading. Just like in 2020 to 2021, altcoins run again in my bones. Altcoin run will melt faces again and add new millionaires to the community of believers. And certainly we're seeing it play out. It looks as though we're having a little bit of a breakout. We're going to jump into that a little bit further. Altcoin season is close now. Soon your alts will pump 20% in a day. When this happens, we've seen it happen 100% in one day here on the Tribal Trades community here. When this happens, everyone will call you lucky, but we know it's not luck. We've been preparing for this since I went live with this channel in late May and had the reaccumulation period where I had the cheat sheet where everybody was able to get in at these low levels, and everybody's going to wonder how you did it. Is because you educated yourself, you worked it out during the reaccumulation period. You bought when everybody was panic selling. You bought the big red candles, and now you're going to get to sell the big green candles as a result. Altcoin season will begin from November to March 2025. And if you watched my earlier video a couple of hours ago, my Bitcoin video, if you haven't watched that, go out and check that out, because I do cover about where I do feel that we could see a mid-cycle dump around about March 2025. We saw it last time in April 2025. And I want everybody to understand this really clearly. Last crypto bull run in April, there was a big dump. Bitcoin went from $65,000 and dumped heavily down into the low 30s. Actually might have even gone to 29, 28, and then recovered to 69. But most alts didn't. That was the end for them, and it's been the end since then. They have either never recovered or they've never recovered back to what people bought them for or FOMO'd into. And this is why we need to be very careful. Don't think that your altcoin is going to top out at the same time as Bitcoin. In fact, most of them had already topped out before Bitcoin topped out in November. Only a few of them topped out and had their cycle top with Bitcoin in November. Some of them topped out in September. Okay, some of them topped out in April. And so we need to be very aware. Don't get married to your bags, people. And essentially, to begin with altcoin season, is we need to see Bitcoin break its previous all-time high. It's done that. Okay, then we need to see Bitcoin kind of just go sideways, chop. It can kind of create a little bit of a range where it just kind of goes sideways. And it's kind of starting to do that. Okay, and then last, we need to see Bitcoin dominance drop as well. And there is also some liquidity factors that we saw with the Federal Reserve cutting rates 25%. That also helps. And if there is a period of quantitative easing and money printing, that also does lead historically to more money flowing into the altcoins. We do see here with Bitcoin dominance, we have started to drop. What am I looking for personally here? I'm looking for to create a lower low. Okay, because we have an uptrend. We need a trend reversal. This might be the start of a trend reversal here. We do have the 50-day moving average coming up at 58.62%, but we need to go lower than that. We need to go down here to about 58.27% to create a lower low on the daily time frame. Okay, I'm not really, am I counting this one? I don't think. That's more of a sideways. That's not more of a drop. So I'm looking for 58.27% to create a lower low. Okay. And then once we create a lower low, sometime around here, even down here, then I'm looking for a higher low to be created for a confirmed downtrend. Of course, alts could have already been muchly soaring into the stratosphere for that, but lucky for us on this channel, we were reaccumulating in the August dip, and the July dip, and the September dip, and the November dip, on the October dip, and the November 4th dip, as I prepared everybody on this channel to buy and be loaded up. So even if altcoin season has already taken off, we're already well positioned. So many people on this channel, have replied with bags packed, ready to go for many months now. We are ready to go. So that's what I'm looking for the altcoin season there. All right, we're going to jump into some of the altcoins. And again, the tribal trades trend line strikes again. There we are at 54. If you got it in that trade, we can get back up and take some profits off the table at $60. Certainly we can 64, 66 up to $70 there. I have multiple swing trades going with the banana gun. I do believe this is going to be a banger in this cycle. Certainly not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained there with banana gun? And certainly when you look at banana gun here, how easily it can happen, for getting in and out of the trades. Obviously here, if it drops below, you can get out of the trade at break even. Okay, you can get out of the trade at break even. It'll come back and retest 99 times out of 100. And if it doesn't and it starts to capitulate, you just got to manually stop out of the trade. If you go to sleep, of course, you want to put your stop loss. Where do I put my stop loss when I go to sleep? I put it where my acceptable loss is going to be. Okay, if I'm $10,000 in a trade and my acceptable loss is $500, then it's 5%. If it's $300, it's 3%. If it's $1,000, it's 10%. It's as simple as that. And it's certainly to the upside. If you got in this trade and you're up on it and go, I don't know, it hasn't quite reached $60 there. I don't want to lose my profits, but I need to go to bed. Then you can set your stop loss up and say, how much profit is acceptable that I lose while I'm sleeping to be stopped out in profit in case I wake up in the morning and all my profit has gone and it's been obliterated. Same thing. That's where you put your stop loss, where you feel that you're not prepared to lose any more profits. And look, it can happen. You can go down, you can get stopped out in profit, and then it keeps going up. But guess what? It's so simple. You just go up to the next level and you be patient and you wait. And when it comes to this level and it breaks above and retests the support, you get back in the trade. It's as simple as that. No crying about it. It is what it is. Nobody ever lost money taking profits. Okay, so just very simple there. The blub trade has been absolutely crushing. This has been a shout out again to the community member in the Discord who suggested that we swing trade this token. You are a genius, my friend. And certainly this has been a brilliant swing trade. One of the best swing trades we've had since back in September. Absolutely crushing it. Here we have again entries back on 7 zeros and a 6. We take profit at the 10. They get back in at 8, and then it's coming back up to take profit at 10 again. This thing is just printing money there for blub. Right now, if you're out of blub and you want to get into a blub trade, certainly we look at a break of, if we go to the 15-minute time frame here, for Blub. We're looking for a few places you can get in the trade. Of course, you can get into the 200 EMA on the 15-minute. Certainly, you could do the same thing on the 200 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. You see any retest here that you see, you get in the trade, and then you can write it up. And certainly, if you break down below it and then you retest the resistance, you can get out of the trade. So you certainly don't have to wait for the tribal trades trend line, the Fibonacci's. These are based off Fibonacci's. These particular ones here that are horizontal are based off Fibonacci's. But certainly those people ask where to get in the Blub trade. You can, but you do have to be watching this trade, because if it goes below, it could just drop all the way down to 8. And then, of course, if you lose 8, it can go all the way down to 6. This is why I do like paying attention and just trading the ranges and getting in at the ranges. That's for my swing trading. For my day trading, I do use more of an aggressive strategy there with tight stop losses. Generally, stop losses where I got in, I get out at the same place there as well. Okay, so if we got anything going with Bonk, yeah, Bonk, the 50-day moving average is the entry, 40213 is the entry there, or a break of the 200 simple moving average at 40232. You need to break and hold that. If it comes down to the 200 EMA on the daily, that's at 40209. Again, a hold of that. And certainly, again, if you get in these trades, the place to get out would be the same place you got in. It breaks below, it retests, and you get out. But you do need to move. I move to the 15-minute time frame or the 5-minute time frame to see that little retest and rejection to get out. Otherwise, you put your stop loss at the place that you feel that you do not want to lose any more money than what has been there. Doge, nothing there at the moment. There's no trade. I'm not buying that big green candle. But certainly there's not a trade for me, because I gave the trade at 10.4. I said buy the 10.4. There's 10.4 on the 10.4. So if you got in this trade, I gave it again here at 11.7. I gave it again here at 12.9. And I gave it again here at 14.7. And so if you joined me in that Dodge trade, you absolutely printed money and made 100% on that trade if you got in it. If you didn't, there are always going to be other trades that we give on the channel. The Ethereum trade, another trade that I gave here many times. I said, this is a bear market support line. Many people asked me, should I sell my Ethereum and put it into SUI or into Tau? And I said, absolutely not. And the reason why is because those coins had already done 400-500%. This coin was at its bear market support line. If you watch this line here, this is a line that it touched at the bottom of the last bear market. Okay, that was its bottom price. This shouldn't happen, by the way, in a bull run. Okay, this is the bull run support line that it broke through at 27.75, and then I said when it got up to here, there was another entry here at 25.70. There was another entry here at 27.65. There was another entry here at 29.58. I gave all these. I kept going up the metrics here and saying, here's your last kind of entries. And you can see it with Bonk too. The same thing's going to happen. Entry here, entry here, entry here, then we're gone, okay? And so I'm trying to make it as simple as 1, 2, 3, ABC, let's go. Making trading simple again. I got to get myself a hat. Making trading simple again. I think I might go out and get one of those hats and get one of those hats made there for this channel to represent. But listen, it's just, you get through here, and I said, if we didn't hold this, if we had a rejection here, I would get out of the trade. But otherwise, I'd stay in the trade. That doesn't mean that I'm reducing my ETH position, swing trade position. This is not HODL, by the way. But if you're in HODL, you can also reduce your HODL position here by taking profits off the table here, taking profits off the table here. That's exactly what I have done. The next stop is going to be around 3,300 to 3,400. This Lux algo, I think we're going to get stopped here, and we could see a pullback back into this area here. Of course, we could come back, retest this, reject, and come back down to here. I'm going to show you the liquidation heat maps for Ethereum. You do see where we could come up. We might not get to that 33 right away. We could come back and grab some of this liquidity down here at 29. If you go to the 24-hour time frame, you see there's more down here in the $2,800 area. And if we move down, sorry, we were just there, 48 hour. Certainly there's more down here, 28, 20, 27, 20, 27, $100 level there as well. So you can see that there's liquidity that the market makers may come and grab. Look down there, 27.65, and where is 27.65 on the charts? Look at that right down at the 200 EMA on the daily. So we could see that a bit of a pullback there before heading up and getting here. This is why once we get to these upper liquidity areas, I might be taking profits a little bit earlier or close the trade a little bit before we get to this level here, up here, because I think there's going to be a big battle here. And I think we could get stopped even a little bit sooner up here. Maybe, you can see there's a order block here front running it at around $3,200. There's going to be a lot of sell pressure right there before we even get up to 3,300, 3,400, 3,500. So just beware of that trade there. I'll keep you updated on the YouTube channel and in the Discord there as well. Certainly other trades that I have given here. Goat has been an absolute cracker. You can see this trade that I gave. That's nothing there to get in at the moment. I'll share that in the Discord if people are looking for an entry. I gave the HNT trade at $6. You all know that I did, and I hope you got in it because I certainly did. And now we've got this beautiful candle. What are we looking here at the 50-day moving average at $6.78? This is where now you break and you go down to the 15-minute time frame. There it is right there. We're looking for a successful retest of this, and I would stay in the trade if that's the case. If we break below the 50-day moving average, retest that and reject, then I'm going to be out of that swing trade there for HNT. Injective trade that I gave, absolutely been crushing it. We saw the retest off the 200 simple moving average. This one here, technical target to the top of $33. They'll certainly see some resistance on the way up. But certainly as long as we hold above the 200 EMA on the daily, which is at about $22, if we lose that, break below that, retest that, and reject, then I would be out of that trade there. And obviously I would look to get back in at $20. And of course, if it rejected under there, I would get out at the same place that I entered there. Casper, there's no trade there unless you're accumulating for HODL. There's no swing trade on that one there at all. Certainly looking at others, Render is now coming up here, and we are $5.35. So I said you could front run this one. You could get it here. This is perfectly. The tribal trades trend line strikes again, people, because we've had a successful retest. And I said that would be another area you could get in the trade on the retest at $4.78. Those who got in this trade are up quite nicely on Render. Went all the way up to $5.30. So that's a great move to the upside there. But if you aren't in the Render trade, certainly we could wait for another retest there at $4.80. Where do you get out of the trade? If it breaks below here, retests, rejects, you get out of the trade, or you put a stop loss underneath on the acceptable amount of money that you are prepared to lose on the trade, whatever percentage that is of your money. That's where you put your stop loss. So easy. Okay, and then we come up here. If we break and we retest above here, then you can get in the Render trade there at $5.35, or you could wait for here. Look, this is playing out. We saw this on the Doge trade. This is going to get a golden cross just like Doge. Here it is here. This is your entry here at $5.35, a break above, a retest and hold of that, or you can get in here at $5.96, or you can get in here at $6.76, or you can get in here, which is what I've chosen to do. I'm in down here. I'm going to ride this all the way up. And again, am I going to take some profits off the table here? Possibly, but I wouldn't close the trade unless there is a rejection. If we break above and retest the support, I'll stay in the trade, just like we saw the Ethereum trade, just like we saw the Doge. Ethereum, Doge, Solana, Sui, Tau, they have led and shown what is going to happen with the other stronger altcoins there. This is only a matter of time before Render breaks through all of these, and then I'll be sharing this video in about a few weeks or a month time saying I gave the entry here, I gave the entry here, I gave the entry here, it's retested it, we're still in the trade, off we go. That's what I'm saying for Render there. All right, that's all we have time for the rest of the trades. in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, you can sign up in the link below. But until the next episode, which is going to be the stock show on Sunday, tomorrow, Sunday, the stock show, the weekly stock show, happy trading.